Good morning, folks. It is crunch time. It's also Thursday. Anyway, we're back. I say we're back, and if you're watching from Tuesday, you're like, back from what? The computer worked Tuesday for breakfast stream, and then did not work, and then now it works again. So there's a period where it didn't work. So I'm saying we're back, even though we didn't go anywhere or do anything. We're back from the dark period where it did not work. That's why I say we're back. So anyway, there's vlogs out that talk about the technology problem. So if you're really curious, you can just watch that. But I will briefly say that on Tuesday, I thought that the issue was the dongles that were plugged up. And that was not it. That was not the problem. The problem was far more convoluted and stupid than that. Yeah, thanks Dark Period for not being during breakfast or Friday night stream. It's true. It's true. Just glad to have it working again. Even if it's a stupid solution, I'm glad to have it working again. You know, just don't use that USB port ever. It's fine. Anyway, how's everyone doing this morning? You doing pretty good? We're now a little ways into February. Starting to get a feel for the month. And I'm looking forward to February. There's a lot of good things happening in February. There's there'll be some mild turbulence. There's some more doctor's appointments happening this month. There's one happening today. But there's also going to be things like TRG Coliseum. So like there's stuff that I'm really looking forward to. There's stuff that I'm excited about. So overall, I think that the good is going to outweigh the bad. And I'd like to think that some of the tech issues that we've had are now mostly sorted out. Mostly? There's actually one tech issue I don't think I've talked about, but I need to figure out. And it's not the worst thing, but it's like, it drives me nuts a little bit. And it's that when I turn the computer on, the internet is just never connected. Like the Ethernet just doesn't work. And I have to physically unplug the cable and plug it back in. My suspicion is that whenever Corsair set everything up, they like let Windows decide the drivers for the Ethernet or whatever. And I think Windows just got something weird. Maybe? I don't know. So I might go look for the specific drivers for LAN on my own and see if I can get it working, because I shouldn't have to unplug that. Ever.
Power your body and mind with Tiny Eddie's infamous parrot buns.
You can really take parrot buns a lot of different ways. That was a bit from Leaf. It says, it's cold, snowing, and I need a warm snack. Please, Tiny Eddie, hit me up. Also want to share the good vibes as I got an offer for my interview last week.
Yay!
Nice. Very, very nice. Have you considered those apple squawking jeans? Boots with the bark?
With the feathers?
See, it's because of parrot buns.
I got that, yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah.
I hate that I said any of those words in conjunction with one another. I apologize to everyone. We also have some other things to read. We had 5 gift subs from Mark from Vermont. Mark sent gift subs to Mr. Classico, Kirdelia, Car Freezy 125, Lunar Scribe 0, and Ever Kai 8. Mark, thank you. We also had 3 gift subs from Vegetable Sorbet to Apple Juice, P2TF, Housey Rider, and Zay Lemapple. Thank you, Vegetable. And 5 gift subs from Sinistar Man to Macintosh PC, Grenadier Man, Red Mimicry, Cajun Sensei 29, and Totem Falico. Appreciate it.
Good morning, Kepler.
You coming up?
Did you enjoy the sunshine for a while?
Come on up, bud. There's my boy. This is back. After Mao was like, can we please have the table? And I was like, yes, I'm sorry, yes. Things I haven't thought about, and then I'm thinking about it again. We got a table. Yes. Tables are important. They hold things. That's what they do.
Yes.
Good point. We get 23 months from Valhana 19, 21 months from Phoenix Zuzo, 22 months from Kayla Crisp 88, 2 months from Star Wars Trekkie, 24 months from Macau 02, 28 months from Yuki Mizuno, 41 months from Cinderdog, 100 bits from Kirdalia, 20 months from Nanocarp 0, 300 bits from T-Champ Clamp says, when you shoveled your driveway yesterday and now you have to do it again. Raise your hand if you've never shoveled anything. Because you've never lived in a place where you get more than 1 inch of snow every 3 years.
And the temperatures get warm the next day, so it melts immediately.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So anyway, Chaz says, okay, what's your excuse for never having mown anything? Dad loved to do it. I had plenty of chores around the house, but like, I never mowed the lawn. Dad loved mowing the lawn. And I was like, all right. My dad wasn't Hank Hill. Like, not like a 1-to-1 Hank Hill, but he really did like mowing. It was like I don't know, it's like therapeutic. It's like, oh, I get to go out and Hank Hill, yes, thank you. Hank Hill adjacent.
How much snow did you get, Chaz?
I mean, enough to...
It's still coming down.
Check your shovel privilege. I mean, here's the thing. If you don't have to go out, should you shovel?
Yes. Because if it's going to stay cold, it, like, gets compacted and makes it harder.
I have a solution.
Especially when the plows go by, and then, like, the end of your driveway gets more and more, and that stuff tends to be wet and freezes and becomes, like, a cement block at the end of your driveway. So you kind of got to get out, like, before the plow comes through, and then let the plow come through, and then go get whatever they drop.
This sounds so hard.
You could just hire someone, just like you hire someone for the lawn.
It just sounds so hard. Everything about it sounds so difficult. I mean, like, if you know, it's harder evacuating for a hurricane. It's really not. I mean, it kind of is.
It is.
Kind of it. There is a difference in anxiety levels.
Satsy says, hire a snowblower. Annoy Chaz a little.
I don't know. If only there were places on Earth that existed that didn't have snow or hurricanes. Unfortunately, not one place on Earth exists like that. I guess. Thomas says no. You know a place on Earth called Mars. Okay.
Isn't there a Mars, South Carolina?
Maybe. Arizona. They're, you know.
I was talking to Stephanie when we got snow last weekend. I sent her a picture of the backyard. And she's like, you got snow! And I was like, do you guys ever get snow? And she goes, yeah, maybe once or twice a year.
Here's Game Boy says, yeah, they do. They just have tornadoes instead. We actually have tornadoes here, too. We just don't have all the tornadoes, which there are certain places in the U.S. which have all the tornadoes.
Alabama gets a lot of tornadoes.
I mean...
Good Faith Fox says, wait, y'all
Yeah.
evacuate for hurricanes? We evacuated for Hurricane Florence because, like, a day or two before it arrived, our weatherman was like, I don't see why it couldn't be a 5 and hit us direct. And we're a mile from the ocean? 2 miles from the ocean?
Generally, with a hurricane...
And we have all low swampland.
Generally, with a hurricane, you know ahead of time what it's going to do, like, pretty well. And that was the one hurricane where it just continually shifted.
Yeah.
Like, the forecast for what was going to happen just changed over and over and over again. So, like, that sucked.
Yeah.
Because normally it's not like that. Normally, like, 5 or 6 days out, you're like, it's going to do this and it's going to be this bad. And then you can go, oh, okay. And then that's it. But this one was like, twice a day they were like, it's going to be terrible. And then they're like, wait, it's fine. It's just gonna drizzle. Wait, no, it's gonna blow your house up. Oh, wait, no, it's gonna be a light breeze. I'm like, can you make up your mind? And then finally...
Plus we had neighbors stopping by that were like, your landlord's never replaced the roof, and we think it might blow off in the hurricane.
That was the real... I think that was one of the bigger things that led us to leave.
Yeah.
To be honest. Because we were worried about everything, and the forecast couldn't make up its mind about what was happening. And that really is weird. Like, if you don't live in a place that has hurricanes, you wouldn't understand. But, like, normally you know what's coming, like, pretty certain. But we had multiple neighbors come over. I'm like, I don't think your roof's gonna stay. It's like, cool. Cool. And I just imagined us being without power inside of a house with a leaking roof for days. And I was like, solution? Leave. Anyway, that was a slight tangent. Let's keep reading some stuff. We had 2 gift subs from Gamers 00700 to Captain Ricky and Glamour Zap.
Star Wars says, tell me the roof has been fixed since then. We moved. So.
Yeah, I don't want to phrase it like I don't give a crap what happens to that roof or that house. But it's fine. It's fine. It's not my problem. It's not my problem. I don't have any disdain for that house or that landlord. I really don't. But there's always just, forever, there's always going to be that tiny part of me that's like, we were given a month to leave and had to leave right before we went on the trip. And so that's all.
Coliseum was coming up.
And Coliseum was like, everything was happening all at once. There's definitely a part of me that's never going to forget that. I don't think that I'm angry about it anymore. But there's definitely going to be a part of me that, like, doesn't forget that. So. But that, that's just a thing. That's a thing. You lock into a lease, you're locked in for a year or whatever. We had been on yearly leases there, but then we moved to
month to month.
Month to month. Mm-hmm. And the problem with that is that you can be asked to leave. And that's not great. So that's kind of the flip side. Like, being month to month, like, especially if the price is the same, is like, really, that's great. That's really good. Flip side is that landlord can be like, you know what? You leave. I live here now. Whew. Anyway, 31 months from Vinny G Plays. 11 months from Sinistar Man. 500 bits from RunT.exe. The Winter Storm, trademark, hasn't come too much yet, but my whole town is pretty much shut down. Always strange and vague. Are we dead? Or is this Ohio? I think Ohio is one of those places where both you exist in both states. You are both dead and Ohio. I think even people from Ohio would be like, yeah, that sounds right. That sounds right. We got 8 months from Joe WTG. 29 months from Aldo512, 14 months from Renaissance, or Renaissance.
Kepler just flipped over and tried to roll and stretch and almost fell off Steven's lap.
Cute cat. 25 months from Callium, 28 months from Platinum Pikachu 153, 500 bits from Gamer Girl Life. Morning, Steven, Mao, and Kepi. I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima, and so far I'm loving it. This is a blind playthrough for me. I'm also working on sending you guys mail. Aw. Well, thank you in advance for that, and I hope you are enjoying, you know, Ghost.
I enjoyed it.
It's a good game. It's a good game, and Mao really liked it, and that's the story. That's the story. Oh yeah, only send one snack. Yeah, if you, we are asking all folks that are sending in mail this year to send in a single snack. I know it's hard. I know it's hard.
I mean, you don't have to send in any snack.
Yeah, you
but
don't.
If you are,
yeah, you don't. Everyone has to send in one snack. You don't have to send in any snacks. But if you're choosing to send in some sort of food item, we ask graciously and kindly that you keep it to, like, one thing. Maybe, you know, before the end of the year, we'll be able to rescind that, but not yet. Not quite yet. Yeah, I think forcing 495 people to send one thing contradicts your intention. Everyone send one snack.
No.
Oh God, they did it. No.
No.
This is bad. Mr. Gameboy says, the way you were complaining about the issues reminds me of programmer issues. Just a series of, why isn't it working? Followed by a few, okay, now why is it working? Ending with a, well, that was dumb. Yep. What was the other thing I was going to mention? There was some other thing that was strange. I talked about the Ethernet problem. I can't remember what the other problem was now. I don't know. I'll think of it. Anyway, computers are bad. And we all, like, need them. Well, actually, a lot of people don't need them. A lot of people now can use... I mean, phones... Don't get into the phones or computers. I know. Most people can get by with phones, tablets, whatever. A lot of people don't actually need dedicated, you know, computers. And stuff can still go wrong with the phones, but, like, I would say less often. You know, you're going to run into a problem with a desktop or laptop more often than other devices. But, man, computers. I think the thing that's so frustrating is that, like, I don't like new operating systems. I don't. Like, and that goes for Mac as well. New operating system comes out on Mac, and I'm like, that's cool. I'm good. You know, because there can be problems. But I ain't never had problems. Like I've had with Windows 11. It's crazy. Whenever I got the iMac...
You had that one Windows computer that was haunted.
Yes.
And even Jeff was like, this is haunted.
Yeah. Yeah, that was my main rig.
Yeah.
And then we swapped out a few things. We swapped out the motherboard, the CPU, and the GPU.
The power at some point, too.
Well, that didn't fix it.
Yeah.
So we swapped out those three things, and then we finally Yeah, I think that was the weirdest thing, was that... Because I was like, Jeff will figure it out. And Jeff ran numerous tests while he was here, and he's like, I have no idea what's wrong with your computer. So anyway...
Is that the one I'm using now?
No.
The white case?
No.
Oh.
The parts that are haunted, we don't know which part is haunted, but one of those parts are in my closet. And we probably shouldn't ever put any of them back into a computer. To be perfectly honest. We probably just shouldn't, because we know that it causes weird blue screen issues, so we should not. Anyway, I was talking about something. What was I talking about? You stopped me to make me tell you about the thing. What was I saying? Lost my train of thought. Yeah, I was talking about operating systems. Okay. Windows 11 is a very special product. If you are someone who has Windows 11 and it's working and you haven't had any problems, like, that's fantastic. I'm so happy for you. But it is unreal the amount of issues I've had. I don't typically update Mac OS to the latest OS because I do work and I need everything to work perfectly. And with any operating system, you might get a few bugs here and there. But Windows 11 has done stuff I ain't never seen before. And even when I got the iMac a few years back, a new operating system had just come out. I think maybe Big Sur had just come out. And I was really nervous about that. I was like, I really don't like using an operating system that's like brand new. And I had no problems. So, yeah.
He's being ultra cute this morning.
I'm sure Windows 11 will be great next year. That's how I feel. I'm sure it's going to be great. Someday. Just not. See, Lane 144 says, I'm in the minority, but Windows 11 has worked much better than Windows 10 ever did, but still not perfect. And that's good. That's really, and like, here's the thing, I've had a lot of people telling me, like, Steven, just go to Windows 10, just go, if you're having issues with Windows 11. Windows 11 came pre-installed on the computer. I can buy another copy of Windows 10, I can install Windows 10, but on one hand, Chaz and Jeff are worried that if it's a driver issue, some sort of hardware something, or a driver issue or a hardware thing, that I'm just going to run into problems no matter what, because Windows 11 and 10 are very similar whenever it comes to those sorts of things. So that's one concern, is that it wouldn't even fix my problems. The other thing is that I just want it to work. If I go through the process of installing 10 and setting everything back up again, that's even more lost time. So, like, it's a bit of a sunk cost fallacy, a little bit. It's not exactly the same, but it is a little bit. Like a tiny bit. Just because you don't... It's also the latest operating system. So you're like, well, if I get it working, then I'm up to date. Anyway, I'm through talking about this because I hate computers. 27 months from Seraphim 2000. 35 months from Penguin Frog. 300 Bits from Radio Dread says, the breakfast stream on Tuesday, February 2nd, is automatically going to be legendary because it's on a Tuesday. Get it? I get it. Wait. When is that happening? Oh, do you mean 22nd? Or do you mean 2nd? Because February 2nd on Tuesday is, like, not this year. February 22nd. Okay. I was like, February 2nd already happened. And it wasn't a Tuesday. It was 22nd. Okay, gotcha. I don't know dates, also. Oh, yeah, there'll be 222222222. 022. Why don't you read some alerts?
Are you gonna go get food?
Yeah, my timer goes off in 2 minutes.
Well, you're not gonna have food and eating in 2 minutes.
That's true. So yeah, I will.
Okay. Can I have the Kepler?
Nope.
I want the Kepler.
I mean, yeah, you can. Here.
Let me get situated.
When did you paint your nails?
Last night.
When?
Last night,
But-
right before bed.
Oh, right before bed. I was like... I feel like I should have noticed that, but I get if it was right before bed, I guess we just like went straight to bed. Okay. What are you doing?
Licking. It's wash time.
Oh my god, I can try my nuttos. Come here, bud.
Come here, Gibbies.
Hey, sweetheart. You're fine. Yes. You're a
He's
little...
precious.
You're a little baby. Gonna pass you under the glass.
Thanks for kicking me right in the belly, bud.
All right.
Let's move his tail.
Try them nuttos.
Hi, sweet kitty. You can kind of see Fuzz. He does not look very comfy because he got thrown into my lap and he's not. He's kind of like laying on his shoulder. He's not feeding you. That was his bowl, not your bowl. You can calm down. He'll come back. We have 300 bits from Gamers00700 with the Kepler Star Rain. Oh, he laid down. He calmed down. We have a 13-month resub from Aspiring Writer 95. 500 bits from Cine Star Man. Funny bringing up Coliseum. I'm saving my money for the event, so you probably won't hear much from me from now until then. It's coming up soon. I'm excited. I gotta think through stuff for my segment. Don't kick me in the belly. You could just lay there and not kick me in the belly, Kepler. Anyway, we got DC 20 will save at 41 months. 346 bits from Rollbear with the Toast Star Rain. Mr. Incredible Nooblord sent 300 bits. So you know how you got sent a PS5 about a week ago? Well, today I won a raffle to purchase one, and I'm overjoyed. I haven't been this excited in a while. Congrats! Hi, welcome back.
Thank you. So, they're not called nuttos.
I know, I've been telling you this.
Oh. They're called, honeyos.
Yes, I know. I've been telling you this.
Oh. So, the shtick of them...
Can I eat them?
Oh, I don't know.
I'll just not.
Well, that one's a bad example. Yeah, so the idea of them... I don't know if you probably can't see super well because it's so tiny. They have, there's a little nut in each hole. It's a little something. Not all of them have it. They're supposed to all have it. There's supposed to be a nut in every hole. Some of them are just holes. I probably could have worded that better. It's fine. Dan, zoom in. Oh, it's good. The honey part, it's very sweet.
They look like huge Cheerios.
Ooh, that's very good. I mean, we have had some real stinkers of a cereal on Breakfast Stream, but this is actually really good. The cereal is... I feel like the cereal is harder than it should be. You know what I mean?
It doesn't get soggy as fast then.
I mean, yeah, but it's...
It's dramatic cereal eating music.
I mean, it's really crunchy.
Jaw workout.
Yeah. But this is a really good flavor.
Good.
Wow. It's just really delicious. Huh. Anyway.
We have 300 bits from Anne, who says, one of the neighborhood cats looks very much like my cat. It gives me a bad moment every time this cat runs by outside. I have to remember that my cats have incredible disdain for the outdoors. The outdoors is wet and cold, indoors is warm and has food and couches. Kepler doesn't have a whole lot of interest about going outside, but if we're standing at the door talking to someone, he might sneak up to sniff.
We don't chance it.
No, we don't chance it.
Rocco does not care. Like, my parents just, like, they'll leave the door open.
Mm-hmm. And bring in groceries
to bring in groceries or whatever, and Rocco will just sit there and watch them do it. Like, he will not walk outside at all, so... Convenient, I guess, you know, since they don't have to worry about him trying to escape.
We have 300 bits from Platinum Pikachu. Since yesterday was Groundhog Day, and this month's disc only was postponed by a week, I decided it was a good day to go back and watch the Groundhog Day episode of Disc Only. Play the intro again.
It was a good one. Disc Only will be on Tuesday, as will be God, unless something else. At this point, things are so cursed that I'm like, Also, on Tuesday, first 20. You're probably thinking, those things can't coexist. They can. It'll just be a long day on Twitch, but they can. Do breakfast stream, and then I'll do first 20, and then I'll do Disc Only. That's my plan for Tuesday. So good.
I'm glad you like it. I wish I could know if
So
I
good.
could eat it. I suppose I could pull the ingredient list.
Yeah.
What is it? What are they called?
Nuttos. Honey-O's. Honey. Maybe a hyphen OH.
Who's a good happy?
Yeah, they're really good though.
Nutrition facts.
Tiny Eddie will tell you.
Give your kids a treat with Tiny Eddie's caramel and butterscotch charming puffs.
Caramel and butterscotch sounds nice. That's some prosciutto bite. So Eddie, Steven apparently likes his foods hard with a nut in the hole. What do you have for him? Caramel and butterscotch charming puffs. Before you put the nut in the hole, you really should have charming puffs.
Oh boy!
There's no nuts in this.
A land made of milk and honey.
Well, it's called Nuttos. How can it... Well, I guess it's actually not called Nuttos, is it?
Corn flour, sugar, molasses, whole grain oat flour, canola, rice flour, salt, corn syrup, milled corn, which is probably what those are. Honey, palm oil, not palm olive, paprika, vegetable juice, beta carotene.
Palm olive.
Yeah, there's no nuts in this.
Coffee.
Well, that one didn't have a nut.
Are they good?
Mm-hmm.
Did you just Mandela effect nuts into your cereal? Yes. Yes. and Mal did soap.
Honey was on the list.
Ma'am. Can you taste how good these are?
No.
Well, what's wrong with you?
I know, that's why I thought it was a weird question.
Well,
to
I mean,
ask.
like, do you get the same? What I'm asking is,
They're
do you-
better than Honey Nut Cheerios.
Do you get the same, the feeling of the? Do you get the? There's a difference between eating one dry kibble and eating a spoonful of wet kibble. You know what I mean? Like, is it the same?
Yeah.
Okay, because this is really good cereal. Are you gonna read a word or not?
Yes. I'm just amused that you called it kibble, and Chad is too.
They know what I'm talking about.
So does Kepler eat dry cereal when his feeder goes off?
No.
You like cereal? 33 months from Rasaka Gaming.
Mr. Gambo says, is it better than that $14 box of cereal?
No.
It tastes better.
No, I like
Because
Mountain
it-
Summit. Morning Summit.
It tastes better because it's sweet. It tastes like honey.
Oh, it is very sweet.
I cannot
yes.
believe how crappy Honey Nut Cheerios are in comparison to this. And I love Honey Nut Cheerios.
With 300 bits from Captain McKitty, who said, just wanted to give an update on the job hunt I started several months ago. Finally got an offer at a national lab assisting with nuclear research. Time to move across the country in the next couple of months.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, good vibes with moving.
Yeah. Also, you mean country, right?
Oh yeah, that's
it does,
his county.
It does say county, but I don't. I mean, you probably meant country. I'll assume you meant country, but maybe county. I don't know. Maybe they do nuclear research in your county. Yeah, okay. Just making sure. I'm assuming they don't do nuclear research in Horry County.
No, we don't have a reactor. There's one up in Wilmington, though. Pretty sure.
Here's the thing, though. Whether you were moving across your county or your country, moving sucks. One of those definitely sucks more. But at some point, when your stuff's all on a truck, the diminishing returns of suckage, that's a phrase I just said, like, it starts to... it ends up being closer than you'd think. Although the cross country is really far. Yeah. Renee says, cries in our... Yeah.
We have a 20-month resub from Salamis Dragoon. And 18 months from Roma818. 300 bits from Mayo Rails. Good morning, everyone. I have a job interview today, so good vibes would be super appreciated so that I don't look like a clown in front of my interviewer. Hope you all have a good day. Good vibes with your interview.
Good vibes. Hope that interview goes well. Folks been having some good luck lately, because we've had a lot of folks reporting back about interviews going good. So I hope yours also goes good.
400 bits from Radio Dread. Hoping I get Lionel Clown. I heard it and made me miss the Breath of the Wild streams.
Can you believe that Breath of the Wild
No.
has been over for 6 years now?
Months?
6 years.
Months.
I remember back
to snuggle.
8 years ago when we started Breath of the Wild. And it seems like just yesterday, but it was in fact 12 years ago.
There we go. Mwah. Good boy. We have 7 months from Sweet Serene. And the Leaf sent 500 bits and said sugar. 300 bits from Prince, who said a beverage to go with an Eddie snack I just saw in Tumblr. Canned asparagus water. Gross.
I mean, yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
No. Asparagus has a flavor.
You don't want that in your water?
I'm going to tell you guys, like I've told you 100 times already, this is the best cereal. The best new cereal I've tried in a decade.
But Morning Summit.
I honestly can't believe it. I didn't know what I was missing out on. I've had so many cereals that, like, they're fine, but they're just, they're fine. That's it. There's nothing special. So many cereals taste the same. They all just taste like sugar crunch. That's it. This was different. That has such a strong honey flavor that, like, it's something different that I haven't had before, and it was just genuinely good. I feel like I would probably get sick of it. And I don't know for sure, but, like, I probably wouldn't buy box after box after box of this. But this is, once in a while, this is really good. It's called Honey O's. I got it at the grocery store.
It's a Post cereal.
Yeah. It's one of those cereals that I think has been around for a long time and not a lot of people buy, so they got like the 16 shelves of like Captain Crunch, and then occasionally there'll be a cereal and it's only got one little row. This is one of those one rows.
Oh, you mean like my favorite cereal?
Yeah. Yeah, this is like one of those things where like it's like on the bottom shelf or the top shelf because not a lot of people are buying it. But this was a good cereal, man. It may not come with a prize inside, but this is just a good cereal. Honey O's. Chaz, do you think you could show a picture of the box so I don't have to go downstairs and get it? It's a yellow box. It's in the shape of a box, and
It's in the shape of a box.
Yeah, and it's yellow and it says Honey O's on it. If you want to show it. Give him a second. That's it. That's the one. That's the box. Anyway.
Good things in the middle is what that says.
Yeah, nutted right in the center there. I guess that's why I thought they were called Nuttos. I thought they were little nuts right in the loops, and apparently, no, they're not. They're not called that. They're called Honey O's, but they're really good. I highly recommend. Oh, Little Ashley says this was my childhood cereal. I had never even heard of it until we went to the store the other day, and I told Mao, I said I want to do something that I ain't never done before. I want to try, you know, something good. So, oh, I haven't had Kix in forever.
Oh, I never liked Kix.
I didn't either.
I didn't like Honey Smacks at all.
Which one's that? Oh, that's the frog.
They look like coffee beans.
That's the frog.
You know,
I only
they
know
have like a line down the middle.
I only know cereals based on their mascots. There's another one that's not Golden Grams and it's not Honey Smacks, but it's this one that's like the Golden Graham bear and the frog got together and they had a child, and it's this other one, and I can't remember what it is. It's not Honeycomb. I think it's another golden something. I'm not sure. Anyway,
Coffee.
is it Golden Crisp? I think it's Golden Crisp. I need to see a picture of it so I know what I'm talking about. Oh, still have Dordle pulled up.
Listen, I got Wordle in 2 yesterday. And it's always a little bit of a competition in the house.
Little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Little. Oh yeah, I think it's Golden Crisp. Why I search Golden Crisp and it comes up and it says Google would like to use your current location.
Probably to tell you the local stores where it is.
I know, but it's funny because it's almost like, who wants to know about Golden Crisp? Yeah, Golden Crisp. Golden Crisp, that's one of them cereals, man. You're like, what? Anyway, Sugar Bear. Sugar Bear is going. Man, Golden Crisp and Honey Smacks look really similar. Like, what's up with that?
I don't know.
Are these the same? Are these the same cereal? I'm looking at the box art. And the cereal in the bowl looks really similar. Like, no, it's not a rebranding. They both exist on the shelf.
They're different brands. One's Post, one's Kellogg's.
Oh. Oh my God. They look the same. Maybe I'd feel different if they were like in my hand, but on the box they look.
I just need a handful of each.
It's like that coffee. Why that shape? They really do look like coffee brains. Well, they kind of look like brains.
Beans?
No, well they look like coffee beans, but it's like that segmented, like the 2 segmented halves. It kind of looks like brains. Anyway, where was I? I was talking about something.
You always are.
I can't believe 2 brands made a similar product. This has never happened before. Well, here's the thing. This is just a little poll for you. You don't have to make an actual poll. This would be insane. Would you rather buy a honey flavored cereal from a bear or a frog? Because Post makes the...
Did it go?
Did it go? We got the check mark on it. There it goes. Because Post... I think Thomas did it, actually. Cool, a new problem. Because Post makes the bear one, and Kellogg's makes the frog one. That's my point. They look like a very similar cereal. They may even taste similar, but like, you're just gonna trust.
A poll has begun. Would you rather buy a honey-flavored cereal bite?
Why is the hot dog bun blue?
I don't know. Here's the thing. If you went to your grocery store right now, and there was an anthropomorphic bear and an anthropomorphic frog, and they were trying to sell you cereal, and they're like, it's honey flavored cereal. Like, which one would you trust? You can't trust the frog. The frog doesn't know honey. That's not what the frog does. Yeah, I would call the police. I would trust the bear. And everyone's voting bear. Not everyone. 3/4 of people are voting bear. It makes sense. Bears know honey. That's what they do. They're always getting their hands stuck in the jar. We can talk about that freely.
What about bees?
Public domain. Huh?
Bees. Why isn't he a bee?
I don't know. That would have made more sense. You know why? I almost guarantee you that it's because Kellogg's and Post have bee mascots for other cereals already. I bet you that's it. Who makes Honey Nut Cheerios? Is it General Mills?
I think so.
That's not even...
Coffee.
I'm gonna solve this. General Mills B. General Mills B. Okay. General Mills does Honey Nut Cheerios. So they have that B. Now I'm going to do a Google image search for Kellogg's B.
The thrilling breakfast stream where Steven Googles things.
The poll has ended. The winner is a bear.
Kellogg's has a cereal called Honey Pops, and they have their own B, and it's weird because it looks, when you think of cereal B, you think of the Honey Nut Cheerios B, so this B just looks wrong. Because it's Honey Pops.
So what about Post?
So I'm just gonna hold this up. You can just see it from here. You can see that. You don't need Dan, zoom in. So there's Honey Pops. So Kellogg's has their own B. Now I'm gonna Google Post B, which might not give me the
Cereal
results I
B.
need. Post. Let's start with Post B. Did not work. Okay, so let's try Post Cereal B. Post Cereal B. Honeycomb is coming up. Post makes Honey Bunches of Oats, which has an illustrated bee on it.
That doesn't count.
It doesn't count?
No.
Maybe Honey O's. And it doesn't have a bee on it, but... Okay, well then, you know what?
Says, isn't your school mascot a bee? We both have school mascots with bees. Mine was a wasp. But they're similar. Thomas says, I want a cereal with an angry hornet. Then I'd know what not to buy.
Well, that's why they're not going to do it, because they're worried you won't buy it. Okay, it looks as though Post cereal has not made a bee mascot. So they could do that. They could make a bee mascot for their bee cereal if they wanted. They should consider doing that. Is this a Photoshop? That's a Photoshop. I wasn't sure. I thought it might have been a movie tie-in.
To B movie?
Yeah, I thought I was like, oh, look at that, Honey O's did a promotional for B movie. It was a Photoshop, and it wasn't even very good. All right, back to what I was doing. Sorry, everyone we had to briefly.
You had to.
We collectively, we needed to talk
Collective
about.
Stephen George.
We had to talk about cereal because that's what breakfast stream is. 10 months from Breathe Wildly. 13 months from GFA Hard. 300 from Ann B. Walsh says, best childhood off-brand cereal, Corn Nuggets. I spent an entire week of summer camp making up terrible advertising songs for Corn Nuggets with my friends. I don't think I've ever had Corn Nuggets. Is that like Corn Pops?
I don't know.
The word the word nuggets makes it sound like they're too big to eat.
Like chicken tenders? Or chicken nuggets?
Yeah, like imagine like Corn Pops. It's a Corn Pop, but it's in the shape and size of like a chicken nugget. You just put them in milk. It's like Weetabix. Because you're not supposed to eat you don't eat the whole Weetabix.
Don't eat Weetabix. You just have it in the bowl. You're not supposed to eat it.
I mean, I've never had Weetabix, but based on how they look, I don't know that I would like Weetabix. The only reason I know what Weetabix are is because I listened to this this musician named Just Jack, who is from the UK and had a song.
And there's a single
line.
line
And there's
about
a single
Weetabix.
line about talking about what he had for breakfast, and was like 3 eggs, 2 toast, 2 Weetabix or something.
Crackers.
Do you think Poggy's ever had any Weetabix?
Yeah.
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 Anyway, that's the only reason I know what that is. So,
Coffee.
after you know what it is, then you see it in a store and you're like, that's Weetabix, but I've never actually had it. 3,000 bits from Grabobly. It says, Poggy would like to know if you'd buy a cereal from a sock puppet. That's actually a really good cereal mascot idea. I think that's a good idea. A little sock puppet, like, on the box. But generally, you know, what kind of cereal would it sell? You know, Thomas's Foot cereal. Okay, so, like, what's the flavor profile of a
Sock.
There's probably something. There's probably like cotton, feet and garlic. Yeah, you know what? Maybe Poggy should be on the back of the box. 40 Minutes Radio Dread says, speaking of honey, that was the sugar alert. 300 from Satsy says, do you trust the Bear the Frog or the Honey Monster Quaker Oats brand? Oh yeah, Quaker Oats. There's so many people are in the cereal game. How hard do you think it would be to make a cereal? Like to design a cereal, get a company to like manufacture, is that the word? Manufacture the cereal, and then get it in stores. You think that's like a long process? You think we could do it in the span of like 6 months? Or does it take like years?
I'm not doing any of it, so.
I have a weird feeling that it would not be very profitable. I don't, because like I'm sure from an ingredient standpoint, it's probably like pennies on the dollar. That part's profitable. But if you don't already have like a company.
The machinery.
Yeah, like I bet it would be really hard. Anyway. We got a subscription from Ruby Fanatic 2015.
Welcome.
300 bits from the Relude says, I looked it up. In South America, Honey Pops or Honey Loops in the UK was called Honey Nutos? Or is it Honey Nut O's? Because then, finally, my vision for Nut O's would exist. Nut O's. Honey Nut O's. Okay, so you just have to go to South America to get Nut O's. Perfect. I'm glad that we learned about this. This is important. Learned a bit from Sinstar Man says, as a former Nugget, I don't think they belong in Searle. If they're small enough. Okay, we have to talk about what's happening today. We gotta wrap up.
I have a video out.
Mallory has a video out. That wasn't out Tuesday?
Was it?
I don't know.
No,
Anyway.
it came out Tuesday.
Mal's video is out. It's fantastic. And there are 18?
18.
18 auctions.
There's also a sale on Redbubble for their birthday.
And there's a sale on Redbubble. So if you're looking to get a Mal Makes original, this is a good time. Because there are 18 auctions up. So take a look at the list of auctions. It's all in the description of your video,
The
right?
sale code is Big15, spelled out. The numbers are spelled out. And it's 15% off.
BIGONEFIVE.
Thank you, Brandon.
VE. Mickey Mouse. Yeah. So you can get something on Redbubble if you're interested. If you want to put in a bid for the auctions, all those lists, all those links are in the description of Mal's video. We'll have the full version out soon. The full version is going to be really good because it shows more stuff because Mal actually paints multiple paintings.
I filmed the little ones, the other Galaxy ones that were 8x10.
Yeah.
And then I also filmed all the other pours, like the 6x8s and the 2x2s and stuff.
So the time lapse only covers one painting, but
Yeah.
the full version actually covers multiple paintings.
Yeah.
So I think folks will really enjoy getting a chance to see that.
From our Montana swamps to your doorstep, Tiny Eddie's roasted moonshine cakes.
Oh boy. That's where Char Hutch says Tiny Eddie and Poggy Searle collab. What exactly is Poggy into?
Moonshine.
Apparently.
Moonshine in the swamp, Becca says.
Also, what a great idea. A moonshine cereal. Oh my god. You know how they're always talking about like, oh, it turns your milk into chocolate milk. What if it turns it into moonshine? That's great. They would just have to put it up on the high shelf so the kids can't get it, and then you could say, that's actually a great
Top
idea.
shelf cereal.
It's behind a little black curtain in the store. It's in a little case. An employee has to come unlock it.
You don't get the joke I made. It's okay.
I must not have. Did I miss it? I must
You
have
put
missed
the expensive alcohol on the top shelf. It's top shelf.
Oh yeah, see, I don't know anything about that. Sorry. I'm learning every day, though. I'm learning. I'm trying to... Because I'm going to be a bartender.
Yes.
I'm going to be a bartender. At some point.
Just have Chef Con in Florida at my dad's house.
How... I don't know if your dad would be amused or horrified by that idea.
I think he's horrified and Rhonda is amused.
If we haven't... If folks have missed that idea, the quick version is I want to do a video where I am a bartender and my friends ask me for drinks and then I prepare them even though I don't know anything about the drinks. That's the gist of it, because I don't know anything about mixology or just alcohol in any way, shape, or form.
You
so
don't
I
even
would
know what
love
goes
to.
into like a standard drink.
Nope. And I have no idea what ratios, anything. So I think it would be really fun to do a video like that. Someday. We'll get there. 37 months from Ian Thay. 41 months from Vossix. 30 bits from Sinstar Man says, the only cereal you have to be 21 to purchase. That's the idea. There'd be a little, like, warning on the box. That would be, you'd have to show your driver's license to buy the cereal. But that would be fun. It'd be like, Conker's Bad Fur Day, but cereal. What's in a rum and coke? Is it rum and coke? I hope someone orders that. I could get that right. I don't know what the ratio is, but I would do 50-50. 15 months from Mad the Sane. Because if it wasn't supposed to be 50-50, they would have. It wouldn't be. They would, you know.
Someone suggested a grasshopper. That's a good one.
I'm not doing this. Oh my God, you're gonna die. If they want the ratio different, then they should say rum and Coke. Otherwise, how am I supposed to know?
Martini dry. Looks at bottle of liquid. I don't know how to tell you this.
All right. Anything else happening today? No. First 20 on Tuesday. God, I hope. Disco and Leon Tuesday. Pokemon tomorrow. I should probably tell you that. Pokemon tomorrow. Please come back tomorrow. We're going to do Pokemon. It'll actually be the first Pokemon stream since I've changed things around. So if something goes horribly wrong, that'll suck. And we'll find out live. And then I guess that's it. I guess that's it.
That's it.
Okay. Y'all have a good one. Stay warm. Unless you're us, the high today is 68. It's been cold here, but now it's back up to 68.
We have a chance of ice again this weekend.
Anyway, have a great one. We will be back tomorrow night at what time do we stream? 8 p.m. Eastern? 8 p.m. Eastern. Like 7:30. Like 7. It's like 7:30 usually. Because we start early. You know, we'll see you tomorrow. Yo, didn't think you could talk about honey cereals and not invite Honey Monster, did ya?